Hey guys, Coach Jason, hope you're doing well. Today I want to talk about two ways that can help improve the quality of your tempo runs. Okay, I'm going to discuss something you can do before and something that you can do after to improve the quality of the overall workout. There's a lot of situations, you may or may not have seen this as a coach or an athlete, sometimes it takes a while to start to feel like you're getting into a rhythm, finding the pace of a workout. And what that does is it could compromise some of the workout, or you could take away some of the workout. So if the goal is a 4-mile tempo run, you might need a mile or a mile and a half or even 2 miles to find the pace. So I'm going to show you something that you can do before that help you lock into the pace, okay, so that you can maximize the actual workout. And then something you can do afterward to help simulate accelerating when you're fatigued, to simulate a race, kicking towards the end of a race in a bunch of different ways, short and long and medium. So, and then keep in mind too, some of the things that you even do before that, whether it's your flexibility routine, your warm-up run, your drills, and your strides, they're all play an important role. And the sequence is very important too in how you do them. So what I'm going to do is in the description down below, I'm going to put my video on the best or an ideal warm-up routine from beginning to end or beginning to workout. And then the most effective flexibility and stretch routine pre-run, pre-workout, post-run, post-workout, and pre-race, post-race. It's a game changer, okay? I am a Wharton certified musculoskeletal and flexibility therapist, and so keeping people healthy has always been important to me. And I've been certified for 20 years. I'm also USATF certified track and field coach as well. And I have coached at the high school, college, and post-collegiate level. So everything I talk about are things that I've done or utilized with my athletes with success, okay, of all levels. So I think it's important to share these things with you, so that you might pick up a valuable pearl of information here that you can utilize into your own training program or your training programs that you prescribe for your athletes. So let's talk about the first thing, okay? Again, how to significantly improve your tempo run and race performance, okay? Rhythm before rolling, I call it. What does that mean? The rolling is the tempo run, okay? And let's say, I'm actually going to put another video down below on how to start from scratch and how to build your tempo runs to the point where you're getting up to at least 4 to 5 miles so that you can start to incorporate other things into your tempo run. Over time, it's good to build to at least 4 to 5 miles. If you're training for upwards of 5K, and the tempos get a little bit longer as the race distances get a little bit longer. But let's stick to that right now, okay? So watch that video down below. I tell you from scratch, or show you from scratch over an extended period of time on how to incorporate or how to build your tempo to the point where you're up to 4 miles and 5 miles. It's a very good video. It's a very important video. So take a look at it down below, all right? Rhythm before rolling. So let's say your tempo run is at a 6-minute pace. You're doing a 4-mile tempo at 6 minutes per mile, or 2 by 2 mile at tempo pace with a 3-minute recovery in between. And whatever your tempo pace is, I'll also put my other video on a 1-mile time trial, which helps you determine your fitness and then how to set the appropriate training paces based on what you run for that time trial, so you know exactly what pace your tempo should be, or exactly what pace your threshold efforts or interval efforts should be. If you're training in the right zones, then you're more than likely, you're setting yourself up for long-term success, okay? And you'll be progressing the way you should be progressing, okay? Some folks progress way fast, way ahead of time, and you make adjustments, but this is a way of putting you in a position, or your athletes in a position, to keep improving over time and minimize the risk of getting sick and hurt, okay? So, rhythm before rolling. I incorporate, and you'll see this in my training programs, and I've got tons of detailed training programs on my channel. I incorporate 2 to 3 by 200-meter efforts with a 200-meter jog or equal jog recovery at the goal prescribed pace for the tempo run. So like I said, if it was a 4-mile tempo at 6-minute pace, then you're going to do 2 to 3 by 200s at 45 seconds per 200, or 44 to 45 seconds, at or a second faster. What it does is it helps lock in the pace into your legs, but it also gets your heart rate up gradually so that you can maximize the benefit of the actual workout. Okay, that's important. So you do a couple of these 200s before, 44 to 45 becomes clockwork, and then you can go right into your tempo run. You'll feel a heck of a lot better from the start. You'll be able to lock into the pace much earlier on, so you can maximize the tempo run. Okay, it's not going to fatigue you if you're fit. Your athletes are fit. This is something that's normal. Okay, and that's after a warm-up run and drills and strides and stuff like that. All right, or these can be the strides. Like I said, it helps to lock in the pace before the actual tempo workout, which on the back end helps you maximize the workout. Okay, and the same thing applies to threshold workouts. So if you're doing 6 by 1,000 meters at threshold pace, which is generally about 10 seconds faster per mile than your tempo pace, the same thing applies. So if your threshold pace is, let's say another one, 520 per mile, then these 200s are going to be in 40 seconds, or 39 to 40 seconds, okay? If it's 8 minutes per mile, your tempo pace, then they'll be about 58 to 60 seconds each for the 200 to help lock in the pace into your legs, okay? Just giving you some examples, all right? So again, 2 to 3 by 200 meters with a 200-meter jog recovery before the workout, all right? Now, let's go to the other end, part 2. Short and long kicking, okay? At the end of a race, obviously if the race is close, generally it comes down to a kick, who's got the better kick, and so on and so forth. Now, that if the race has been slow, then the advantage goes to the middle distance runner, the person with more leg speed, okay? So it's important to not only be ready for that, but it's important to be ready to maybe kick from further out back so you can take the kick out of some of these people, okay? You can sort of sustain drive, okay? So I have a couple of options here I want to go over. And again, adding speed and acceleration to the end of a tempo run to simulate your finishing drive or your finishing kick at the end of a race, okay? Oblong distances. I've used these distances and for all my athletes. And again, depends on who has certain needs. You can individualize this part after a tempo run. You can do in groups. You can do it any way you feel is most appropriate. But let's go over a couple of examples. So you do your tempo run, okay? Then you take a 4-minute active recovery, okay? I generally will do whatever the tempo run is. If it's 4 miles, 4-minute recovery. If it's 3 miles, 3-minute recovery. If it's 5 miles, 5-minute active recovery. And active recovery means get some fluids, staying loose, maybe jog a little bit, okay? So after the first tempo run, 4-minute active recovery, 5 by 100 meters, okay? Fast to simulate kicking that final 100 meters. Jog back or walk, jog back, okay? And you go again, okay? Each 100-meter effort is a fast sprint, okay? The next one, your tempo run, 4-minute active recovery, and then 4 by 200 meters to bring you back a little bit. Maybe the 200 meters is going to be at 3K pace or down to mile pace. You can do that progression, okay? But it helps simulate these types of efforts. Or you can do it from mile pace down to 800-meter pace or build towards that, okay? 4 by 200-meter efforts with a jog equal recovery, 200-meter jog recovery. Next one, tempo run, 4-minute active recovery, then 3 by 300-meter efforts with a jog equal recovery. Now you start to drill about a 300-meter long sustained kick. And don't be surprised if you see people kicking. A lot of half-milers will start kicking at 300 meters or start making a move. You might see people run the first 300 meters of an 800 like a 500, and then the last 500 like a 300, okay? Repeat that to yourself a few times, but people do that, okay? You never know when somebody's going to start kicking or start driving to the finish, okay? So it's important to be ready to either respond to theirs or throw them off by doing yours, okay? So 3 by 300 at, let's say mile pace or faster, okay? 300-meter jog recovery. Now, next one, tempo run, 4-minute active recovery, then a 400, 300, 200, and 100, all with a jog equal recovery. Each one gets faster, okay? To simulate kicking from 400 or 300 or 200 and 100. Next one, tempo run, 4-minute active recovery, 450 meters, okay? 300, 150, so increments of 150s. I've actually used the 450 meter quite a few times. I learned it from a coach when I was running in high school, and I had a lot of success with my 2-milers and longer distance guys when they drop down to the mile, using a kick like this to take the sting or to throw somebody off. Because if you make that move at 450 and they're not prepared to start moving until 300 meters, let's say, you can create a gap. Okay, might not be able to catch you, and that's the whole point. Okay, so that's the next one. Next one, tempo run again, 4-minute active recovery, 500, 300, 100, cutting back by 200-meter efforts, okay? A long sustained kick, a medium kick, and a last kick, okay, or final 100-meter kick. Again, each one gets faster. A jog equal recovery. So you jog 500 after the 500, 300 after the 300, and then 100 after the 100. Okay, and then your cool down, obviously. Last but not least, tempo run, 4-minute active recovery, 600-meter hard effort. Hard, hard, hard. Okay, I've seen people kick in a 5K, even a 10K race with 600 meters out, even further back. I've seen people kick at a mile race 600 meters back. It's worked. Okay, and I started to implement it with some of my athletes as well. And it's actually Herb Elliott was one of the most famous milers in history, coached by a gentleman named Percy Cerruti, and he actually emphasized kicking at 700 meters out. I haven't tried that yet, but I'm open to trying it. So, but this is a long, sustained effort, okay, designed to take the kick out of the kickers, okay, and it doesn't matter how long the race is. Do a kick like this, you're going to be in a good position, okay, and that's not to say distance runners shouldn't be able to kick with 50 meters or 100 meters out. Got to be ready for all the different scenarios. So these are things I incorporate of all different degrees. In my tempo runs, or after a workout, after thresholds, at the back end of a workout. Okay. I also do 50-meter sprints at least once a week for my athletes for pure raw speed development. All my athletes, marathoners, milers, 5K, 10K, half marathon, everybody. Okay. Good, important speed development to help not only improve your leg speed, but improve your running form and your cadence as well, okay? Because the longer the race gets, the more energy conservation and efficiency becomes that much more important, all right? So, here are 2 ways to improve your tempo runs, okay? I hope that you'll consider utilizing them. I hope that you'll give me some feedback. If you do, let me know in the comments down below. If you're a coach or an athlete, your feedback is welcome. So again, rhythm before rolling, before the tempo, short and long kicking after the tempo, okay? And again, if you haven't subscribed yet, please do so. And please hit the thumbs up. It really helps YouTube work it through its algorithm as well. It's really helpful to the channel. I want to continue growing it to be one of the better channels out there. Okay. And again, this is from a long-time coach and a former competitor, just trying to share with the running community out there. If you think that, if you know somebody who you think might benefit from this, please share it with them as well. All right. Other than that, be safe, okay, healthy, look out for each other, and I will talk to you soon.